Watch out, we are going live. Now we're in trouble.
Yeah.
We need trouble now.
You need the thing that says...
Yeah, well, would you like to talk to people?
Hello.
If anyone has arrived.
There's nobody here.
I know, but they might do.
All this snow coming down, no one can get through. Hello, how are you? Who are you? We'll find out who you are in just a moment. And at some point, we might find out who we are as well.
Okay, it's definitely,
oh my goodness.
It's definitely one of those days.
Eight people watching already. Hello, 8 people.
Oh dear. Well, it's shameful how disorganised we are at the beginning of a live chat, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's part of the brand image, isn't it?
No, I think it's just part of being old and confused.
You speak for yourself.
Well, I was. I was saying I think I'm a bit old and confused. So
okay. So hello to
I'm still playing with it.
Green Raven and
Scott Crofter, hi.
Anne-Marie and Debbie and
Jace and it says Nui and Owen. Have you said all those?
I think so, possibly.
Right. Hi, Laura.
I may need to get my glasses at this rate.
Do you want to go and get your glasses?
Yeah. What do you want in them, Jen?
Wouldn't that be nice? Hello. We decided we'd do a really impromptu live chat. I'm now hot and sweaty, which is unpleasant. He's gone to get his glasses. So what I'm hoping is that eventually one or two of our moderators will also discover that we've done the naughty thing and come online without telling anyone. So we just had lunch and we thought, now we look like a pair of old people, don't we?
Yeah.
We just thought we'd come and say hello because
I've still got folks on it. No alcohol with the lunch, either.
No, we had a mildly celebratory lunch.
Yes.
Yes.
Mildly celebratory.
So
you're now going to make sure that we're both in the picture. Yes, we're both in the picture.
Yeah, I just thought I could just move the screen down. Oh.
You see the effect it has?
There we go. So now we can see. Now we can't see.
-10 in Nova Scotia. Whoa.
That's about as cold as it's been in my heart this week, isn't it? I have been.
But it can't have been that cold in your heart because your hands have been freezing as well.
Oh no. I've been a bit off colour this week.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've been lots of duvet days this week and trying to work whilst. Are you feeling squished? Sorry. No, we had this conversation before we started about how odd it is just to be sitting with our arms down like this. But if we sit further apart...
Gee, Mr. Tracy.
If we sit further apart...
You think we don't like each other?
Yeah. No, sit further apart. It doesn't really work on the screen, does it? Or you've got to move you the computer a long way away from us, and then we can't read what's being written. So,
no.
Hayley's here. Hi, Hayley. So how's the weather? We are looking out on a
snowy vista.
A snowy vista. It is snowing. There's really big, fat,
settling on the ground.
Fat flakes, snowflakes. Chunky. It is chunky snow.
And this is the second weekend we've had of this.
Yeah,
we did it last weekend.
Yeah, we did, but it dried out a bit in the middle. So.
Oh yeah, we have a couple of days.
There we go. Let's hear from Sweden saying what are you moaning about?
Yeah, well, exactly. What are we moaning about? The thing is that
we've got Ontario in Sweden, and we're moaning about half a centimetre of snow.
Yes, but of course our snow is rubbish compared to theirs.
Well, it is
because it's wet.
Second class.
Yeah, second class. I think it's about fourth class actually. Swedish snow is definitely superior, and Canadian, I believe, is as good.
Good. There we go. So Donnie and Lisa, hello from Illinois. Love your channel. Thank you.
Whereabouts in Illinois? Out of interest, having been there.
Have you?
Yeah, I went to Valparaiso and Chicago in the 1990s.
There we go. So Suzanne's saying, hello, that's exciting. Didn't realise you were doing a live chat, nor did we. So I sat there and said, should we do a live chat today? And we went, well, we could just do one. We don't need to announce it. We'll just hop online and
chat for a few minutes
and do an impromptu.
No snow and haze. home of the EMI, the electrical and musical. No, was it electrical
Where's
musical
Hayes?
industry? Middlesex.
All right. Okay.
It's actually probably London now, but it was Middlesex. It's where EMI
Your
was based.
slushy snow is the worst. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even worse than yellow snow.
Hello, North Idaho.
Oh, it's Deborah. Hello, Deborah. So one of the reasons we're being quite so giggly, it's got nothing to do with alcohol or tea or coffee. It's to do with, should we try and do that again? That clever thing that we did. It goes back there. Yeah.
When we can't see what we're doing, it's a bit difficult.
Look,
we could do it with this.
Yes, look.
Ready?
Oh, hang on. Throwing things around. Look. We've got it. It has arrived with us.
Not only the front, the back's arrived as well. And all the points in between.
Yeah. So, yes. Would you like to do a little flick through? A very gentle.
Well, yeah, I'll do a very gentle flick
Well, how you can do it from front to back is hard, isn't it? Well, not one page at a time. You don't want to be bored by that. So, I'll try it.
You try it. You try. You actually know what you meant.
Look. So there are some.
There's pictures and words.
And there's lots and lots of words.
Somebody who reviewed it,
yes,
did make the comment. Oh, there's an awful lot of pictures in it, aren't there?
Yes.
That didn't get in the review.
Yeah, but there are lots of pictures in it. So, if you are new to the channel or relatively new to the channel, or you haven't been here for a while, you may not know I've written a book, and it's called Grounded, and it will be on general release.
Published is the word. General release is for movies.
All right. Well, it'll be officially published by the end of the week on the
5th, I think it is. Yeah, I wonder if they. I know that they do this with movies and TV shows and records and things nowadays. They say, it's been dropped. It's being dropped on such and such a day. Well, I hope no one drops it.
Oh, I hope.
But I wonder if publication people now use that rather strange word for published or released.
No. So celebrating, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, love-loving horses. Ordered, wonderful. When's it going to arrive? Well,
okay, so I have spent most of this weekend signing books, and that process is going to continue for another
2 or 3 days.
Yeah, because I haven't been feeling 100%. I'm just doing a few at a time, and then they will be sent out towards the end of the week. Or middle of the week.
Yeah, middle to end of week.
So that you should have them by, if you're in the UK, you will have them by the end of the week.
End of the week, beginning of next, because obviously, there are hold-ups in the systems.
And I'm sending out the European, Australian, South African, all the international books. Are all going out. I forgot to say American as well, didn't I? But I'm sending out all the international books at the same time, so they will come to you in the amount of time it takes for the postal services to get them to you.
Yeah,
and I can't make them go any faster, I'm afraid.
So
Sandra's saying, Liz, how's the SAD been this January?
Awful.
Yeah, I was going to say probably better not to answer that. It wasn't even January. It started in October.
Yeah, and I think that's also fed a lot of your feeling under the weather this week.
Yes.
It's the usual story of a lot of work, a lot of activity, and then you had a pause because there was that point between buttons have been pressed, everything's been signed off, and we are then waiting, and there's this gap. And that's the point the bugs go, hello.
Yeah. So, but hey, we're getting through it.
Yes.
And it's end January, and it'll only be another 8 weeks or so,
Yeah.
and I'll be bouncing from the ceilings again or the walls, or whatever the right phrase is.
Grounded in Trinidad and Tobago.
So Hayley's saying, will you be signing your book? So every single book that is purchased from my website is signed. If you've bought it from any other place other than buythefarm.com, it won't be signed. So that the only copies are the ones that literally get delivered for me to sign and to send out. If they're bought from anywhere else, then they are unsigned.
Yes.
I was going to show you a signed one, but actually I haven't signed this one. I've written, like you do, as a small child, I have written, this book belongs to, in mine.
Yeah. And mine says, to my darling, with all my love. So, but she signed it, not me.
So, Ruth just saying she just finished listening to Gardener's Question Time.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Did they mention the book?
Well, that would be awful, wouldn't it?
Well, actually, because at one stage they took Gardener's Question Time from Radio 4 and put it on Classic FM.
Did they?
Mm.
I didn't know that.
It's an independent production for the BBC, you know.
Okay, so is that Gila? Do you think that's pronounced? That just reminded me to turn my light on. Yes.
Good thing to do. Jeanette's ordered a copy for her hubby's birthday present.
Nice. And so if you can order a signed one or a personalised one. If you've ordered a personalised one, I may or may not have already emailed you to ask you if there's any specific wording you want. And if you haven't had that email or you haven't spotted it, all you need to do is go back to the website and on the contact page and just drop me a message to say, can you personalise it with this? But obviously that's only the people who have bought the personalised version.
Yeah. Roy, I see your comment about postal services. I am a little biased because I work for the local one here, but we do our best. I think that there are also quite a lot of instances of things not getting to our system to then go through to be delivered as quickly as one would like. You know, people are placing orders, but they're not necessarily getting processed and shipped to be delivered as quickly. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh, vitamin D for Liz, yeah.
Yeah.
We do that
every day. I've done that every day and then I increase it in the winter and a lot less in the summer. But yes, we're very much that. Hi, Dave.
Guyla's dad's name was Guy, and they wanted a boy.
Oh, I see.
It's a bit like Nigella, isn't it?
No, hang on. Dave and Steph are here.
Hi, Dave and Steph.
And
B.
Yep. Dave and Steph paid for postage on their book.
Did they?
But they don't need to. We will make sure that postage bit gets refunded because...
Yeah, I know where you live.
Because you're local friends. So thank you for supporting us, but we will make sure the postage bit comes back to you. Look, hang on, because they haven't seen it. The people who are here more recently won't have seen it. Are you showing them back?
Yeah, back to front.
Oh, okay. Do it the other way around then?
Okay. We haven't rehearsed this, have you noticed?
We're being very childish today, but we're very happy being childish. It's like, I don't know, it's exciting.
Citrus oils are good too.
For what?
SAD, I think.
I've been writing about using citrus oils today.
Oh, well, they are then, see?
But not
I
for me.
don't think writing about it has the same effect as taking them.
I know, but it also hasn't been, it wasn't about SAD, so... let's have a look.
Oh, now there's a good question. If you were starting afresh, what is the first thing you would plant?
My compost bin.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say your feet on the soil, my dear.
Compost. We're getting clever now. Probably comfrey would be the first thing that I would get the comfrey plants in so they could start growing, which would allow me to make better compost and feed the soil straight away. So, brilliant. Deborah's saying she ordered through US Amazon. So in America, I think the book's not out until beginning of April. And the reason for that is they are all printed here in the UK and then they're shipped over to the US for delivery there. So it will just take however long it takes for it to go through our ports. And
it does go by boat, I believe.
As far as I know, it goes by boat. So then it's literally shipped across, and then how long it takes to go through your port system. And I do know that other people whose books have been printed in other places have had quite a long wait for them to be able to get here. So they've had their publishing day delayed for the UK. So fingers crossed that it doesn't get delayed too far for America. But the answer is books are there. They are now on their way to the US, and they will be sent out as soon as they get there.
Connor the Great wants to know when you first found out about no dig.
When did I first find out about no dig? I'm going to face pulling.
Yeah.
Not all that long ago. Maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago. It really was. It wasn't that long ago, and I didn't actually start practicing it right across the site until
A couple of years ago, really.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, maybe a bit long. Hang on, we've been here 5 years.
Five and a bit years. So
So
3 to 4 years, husband.
4 years, yeah. So I did a bit of digging the first year. I did. One of my friends did, and I saw how awful the results were from that, with all the weeds growing everywhere. So at that point, I then went, okay, no dig across the rest of it. So I knew about it, but I wasn't putting it into practice, which was
Yeah.
was
Well,
daft,
that's what a
really.
lot of people do know about things and don't put them into practice.
So.
Hi, Chrissy. Yes, we didn't know we were doing a live chat either. But here we are.
Yeah. So no, he's just said something. I can send me something, but I don't know what
I think
it
it's
is.
possibly some citrus oils.
Oh, right.
How are the ducks coping with the avian lockdown? They're doing all right, actually, now that they're in the stable. They make a lot of noise. They complain a fair bit, but they are fed and watered and
Do you know
cared
what?
for
I'll have to just put these on just for a minute.
and
so I
given
can read
green
what's in.
things to eat. So they're doing all right.
It's lovely to see two genuinely happy people. Oh, well, yes, we're just ignoring all the reasons to be not happy
Reasons to be
today.
miserable, part 3.
Love seeing you being childish. Do you know, this is just how we are.
Well, in public. I mean, in private, we don't talk.
We sit at the far end, we sit at the opposite end of the sofa, barely speaking or touching each other. Yeah, we do. When do you plant your first seeds of the season in our part of the country? So we are in southeast Wales, which is the equivalent of US hardiness zone 8B. But that actually only refers to how cold it gets in the winter. It doesn't give an indication of the heat in the summer or the fluctuations in humidity and all of those things. And I make videos about the seeds that you can sow each month. And I don't follow my advice on most of those things because I don't have a heated greenhouse. I don't have a heater propagator, and I'm choosing not to have those. And so I sow my first seeds usually the end of February. I always say I'm never going to sow any until March.
Yeah,
and
but
then it's
you
the
have
last
some
week of
things in
February.
the house. You have some things that have been potted up in the house in January before now.
I did. The first year I was here, I did garlic. And then, so last year and the year before was the end of February. And literally the end of February going into the first week of March. And this year, I might even wait until a bit later than that because plants will catch up. And it's quite a cold winter. I think last year the winter was not so bad. We had a late frost, but it wasn't a cold winter. Whereas this year it's been very wet and very windy, and it's cold.
And love-loving horses. Any snow where you are? Oh yes. Yeah. You're very welcome to get. In fact, would you like to import ours as well to go with yours?
So, Connor Great. Wow, I've just started to read Charles Dowding's book, and mine will be next. Yay! Nancy, eagerly awaiting the book. Thank you. Shall we just do one more quick demonstration? Is that the right one, Randy?
Yes.
Oh, good. So I'm going to try and show you. Hang on. I've got to do this. I've got to turn around to this. Watch your face so I don't sprung you with it.
Don't sprung me with the book.
So it's masses of pictures, and it's the story of turning a field into the garden that we have now. So it's full of pretty pictures and lots of words, and then there are little boxes of nuggets of information, of ideas that could be time saving or energy saving things.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just last night discussing how many times Monty's photo is in it in comparison to the number of times Mr. J's photo is in it. And I'm so pleased I managed to include more photos of Mr. J than of the cat. Luckily, I think there's one more photo of Mr. J than there is of the cat.
Yeah, but the cat's more photogenic than I am.
He's not that photogenic, actually.
He's still more photogenic than I am.
Oh, you're very unkind to yourself. You're very kind. Ruth's saying the snow that's finished melting. Hard frost last night, and looks like more snow is imminent. Mm. Yes. So we've now got, that's a good inch of snow down there, or bad inch of snow.
An inch of bad snow.
An inch of bad snow, that's the one, yeah. So I'm saying, gosh, I forgot about the comfrey at my new place. That's all right, I'm still reading.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
14, minus 14 in Sweden. Whereabouts in Sweden are you, Gina?
Robert's saying beautiful cover, Liz. I've got to put an order in it once I get some money. So in America, you can order it via Chelsea Green Publishing, Chelsea Green Books, or Amazon. Yeah,
and of course, you can also order it not only from Liz. We've run out of stock. It will be available from all good booksellers, and probably some bad ones.
Well, we won't run out of stock because I'll just order in more, so I can sign more of them. So.
5 generations back, Sandra's family were all from South Wales.
It's a lovely place.
It is.
It's a nice part of the world. I've been using no-dig method since 1990. Never failed me. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Nancy's got 13 inches of snow. But that's probably proper snow.
Probably
you can actually
wet,
walk on and drive
sludgy.
on rather than the stuff you sink through.
It just goes sludgy here, doesn't it? Really quickly.
Grey and mucky and horrible. It's grey and mucky and horrible. It's horrible. It is, and grey and mucky.
So we've had a week of eating comfort food, haven't we?
Which is better than the week of eating comfrey.
Yes, but I've been delving into the freezer and we've had all sorts of crumble, which I think in America you call fruit crisp. So rather than being crumbly, it's crispy on the top. We had a nice one yesterday, didn't we?
Yes.
Apple and blackberry with a spicy elderberry syrup in it, which was I made an elderberry syrup that had cinnamon and cloves and nutmeg in it. It was lovely. So I just poured a bit of that on as well. That's very nice.
So Gina, Uppsala. Oh, yes, that's why my mother went to university.
I've been there.
Yeah, so have I.
Were we there at the same time?
I think we have visited there at the same time, actually.
Not necessarily to Uppsala. I think we've been in Sweden at the same time.
I think we might have been. Didn't we go to Uppsala together?
Not together. I was actually thinking of when we were children.
Oh, right, possibly.
So just pure coincidence. Mr. J spent some time in Sweden as a child visiting family. And I went to Sweden as a child because my father did some work over there 3 years in a row. So for 2 or 3 months each year, 3 or 4 years, 3 years in a row. So we went with him then. So we were actually in Sweden at the same time as children. But
we didn't know each other then.
Well, we didn't know each other then. Took about another 40 years or something to meet up. So we haven't been together for
40 years.
No.
We've been together for less than 40 years.
We have. We've been together for
8 and a bit.
Oh, glad you remembered. Not very long. So, Stonies says, love from the Netherlands. Greetings from Poland. Oh, look, we're being international
and greetings
again
from Western
today.
Supermud. Oh,
Mayor.
Home of Radio WSM.
Juan's here from Sao Paulo. I can't say it today. I'm so sorry. I know you know where it is on the map.
I know it from a song by Kirsten McCall.
Right.
England 2, Colombia 0 off the album Tropical Brainstorm.
So if you don't know, if you haven't worked this one out yet, he likes his music. He's good with music.
I was going to say, Marie Glover over in Weston-super-Mare, don't forget to check out your local online community radio station, Wave, making unity in our community.
So Mr. J does radio stuff. Right, so I just need to just...
I don't think I've just come off air on Wave.
Let's have a look. Saw a chef making pond pudding.
UK thing with a Kerman. I think it's a lemon, actually.
Oh yeah, that would be a lemon.
I was thinking Kermit. I was thinking Kermit. Hang on a minute. Yes. Well, Kermit probably did come out of a pond.
Let's have a little look. Are you all right reading? Yeah. Sandy Banks is in Monmouthshire.
Uh-huh.
Just about to start a no dig. What? I'm just scrolling.
Yes, I can
up.
see that you're scrolling back up.
Well, you need to talk to them while I'm just scrolling for a second.
Yes. So it's I don't know what I'm saying. There's something unusual.
So we are now starting to have the
under the bridge dwellers
appear, and if they appear too many times, we will actually stop, because I can't be bothered to be fighting with them really.
Gina, I've been to Sweden in summer and winter, and I do prefer it in summer, but I've enjoyed it in winter as well.
Oh, right. Look, English speakers always have a hard time saying sound, just as Brazilians have a hard. I can't say.
Well, actually, that's also the big Germanic problem, which is why the river in London is the Thames, because the German king at the time couldn't say Thames.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So he said to Thames.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense.
We are very good at trivia.
Well, one of us is. We watch. You need to tell them about Only Connect.
Oh, right. Yes, there's a television program over here. I don't know that it's ever been exported. It's called Only Connect. It's an intelligent quiz, and there are no prizes. The only thing you win, as is common with a lot of BBC things, is the joy of winning. And it's tangentially connected clues, and you have to work out what the connections are, or you have to say what the final connection would be, or whatever. And yes, it's very interesting when you're watching it and you manage to get the answers right. When one watches it and one manages to get the answers right, I should say, in case Victoria Corin Mitchell is dipped into our live chat. That'd be nice. So yeah, it's a good program. We watch it most weeks, don't we? But if we don't watch it, we record it so that we can watch it later.
It's almost a test of how well our brains are doing that week. And some weeks we're on fire, aren't they?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Particularly on the quick fire missing vowels round, I'm quite good with that.
Oh yeah, you are. You are good at that. Let's have a look. Sweden's nice, but in summertime, it's freezing cold. Yeah. When we went, the last time we went, I think it was the last time we went, we were there for Midsummer.
Yeah, no, it was last but one time we were there for Midsummer.
Okay, it was fantastic. Yeah. So we went to the
Skansen,
was it? Yeah. Which is like an open air real life museum, museum of country life. It's very similar to the thing near Cardiff. Help me out. What's that called?
St Fagans.
St Fagans Museum. I'm getting tired. You can tell. And and they were amazing.
Yeah, that was really good.
Midsummer celebrations there. That's great.
Elizabeth Carroll Hodgson, what did the publishers say about Audible? As I think I've mentioned on a comment that may have been with you, there will be an audio version of it at some point.
Yes.
Somehow.
There will.
We just haven't quite got that finalised yet.
No, there will be, because we'll be recording it.
We have the technology.
I actually just kind of got to the thing where at a point where I needed to just be able to get the book, the printed book out on its way to you, and for the publishers to have done all of their bit in terms of getting that to all the different places it needs to be for it to sell. And then next week I'm recording several podcasts and interviews with various different magazines and online things, online magazines. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Podcasts and online magazines. And then after that, all being equal, I will start reading the book in the microphone, and we'll record it. And then there will be an audio version available. And I'll talk to the publishers about when that can be released. But it will be, I'm not going to sit down and read the book in one go. No. So.
Rue likes a bit of a QI on Netflix. Yeah, QI is quite a good thing as well. I think Sandy Toxic has done an excellent job taking over as host. I know it's a fair few years ago, but people still talk about her as the new person. Interestingly, if you're back to the music for a moment, folk, Marillion changed their singer. The original singer was Fish, and then was replaced by Stuart H. Hogarth. He's still referred to as the new guy in Marillion. He celebrated his 35th anniversary of the band last week.
So hi from Scotland. Just tuned in. Sorry if you've answered this question. Okay, so what should I be doing now to prepare for this year? Have a look at my YouTube channel. I have a video series on garden planning. I also have a series on what to sow and grow each month, which will guide you through the year. But if you go and have a look at the garden planning, there's a series of 3, maybe 4 videos that were recorded in January, February, March. Must have been 4. January, February, March, April, which will guide you through the steps of getting your garden, but more to the point, getting yourself ready for. Oh, what was that?
The cat? Or was it
it
a
wasn't
chair?
the cat. That, I reckon that was things falling down in the cupboard. No, it wasn't. That was spooky. So yes, so there's that series.
Connor wants to know if Gardening Demystified is coming back.
Gardening Demystified will be coming back
eventually.
No, well, it will, but it's while I was writing the book and doing the book and sourcing the book and trying to make videos. It was actually just one too many things to do. But yes, it will be back. I have actually I've still got 1 episode that I recorded. An interview last year, which I haven't edited yet. Okay. So I will eventually get that out. And so sorry, I can't be more specific about that. But yes, it will.
Kill the gardeners cheering on.
Sorry? Got to go, is that so?
Yeah, I was Kill the gardener. True.
So that will be back, and I won't say once, I'm already doing it. I've already started writing book 2, which
can't say any more about at the moment.
No, that's it. But it's going to be, I suspect it will take a bit longer to write and produce than this one has. I started writing this properly in the beginning of May. So in terms of writing a book and doing all the editing and everything, we've gone at a gallop, and the next one will take longer.
Marie Glover was asking if we found publishing via publishers better than self-publishing. I think we can't. I mean, it's difficult because we can't really do the comparison because we haven't self-published. But having other people who are responsible for vast chunks of what needs doing and have the capital and guide us through the process, and have the contacts and the distribution network. That's great.
And actually, more than anything, has been the support and the having that belief in me, which is, well, there've been lots of times I've kind of gone, oh, I don't know if anyone's going to want to read this, and to have your publisher say yes.
Yeah, and the thing is, she doesn't listen to me because I'm biased.
No, I won't listen to you because you are biased, Johnny. So I think that's been one of the most valuable things. And Permanent Publications, who are publishing the book, have just been incredible in their encouragement and their support and talking me through the process and picking me up off the floor and giving me a good shake when I've gone, I can't do this. So yes, so yeah, that to me has been priceless.
There was a question about what wines are
What's the difference between apple wine and apple cider in terms of being homemade? I don't know how you make apple cider.
You've never made apple wine either, have you?
I have made apple wine. I've made apple and ginger wine.
Oh, apple and ginger, yes.
I made very dangerous apple and ginger wine.
It was that was more like a brandy.
Yes, yeah.
Somebody else asked, and
Ecocentric Homestead, hi.
Hello. Somebody asked what wines we're going to make this year. The answer is, who knows? It depends what grows. And how
there
much
will be some cherry.
There'll be some cherry wine.
And there'll be a lot of elderberry because...
I like the elderberry.
Because last year there were so many elderberries that I processed them all to a liquid. I mean, I cooked them and then save the liquid ready to be able to, the juices to be able to make wine with, and we've got enough for about 9 demijohns.
Hey.
So there's to be lots of that, and also I harvested so many cherries last year. There will be cherry wine as well.
And I'm sure there'll be some more rhubarb, because that is just excellent.
If anybody we know will swap something for some gooseberries with us.
Yeah, the gooseberry worked better than expected.
I really liked it. I really like it in cooking.
Yeah.
So, if you could choose one thing, wishing come true, what would it be? Well, I'm going to do the standard Miss World answer. It would be world peace. Yeah. You could say a disappearance of COVID if you liked, because that would be good too.
Well, that would help bring world peace, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So it would either be world peace or disappearing of the
unpleasant factions.
Of the personal trait of greed. Not from me, from everybody, everywhere.
I think
people were more giving and less greedy.
I think I'd probably go back to the Blue Mink song "Melting Pot," and unfortunately, some of the lyrics on that are now no longer politically correct. But the fundamental principle of what the world needs is a great big melting pot, and just put everything in it and mix it up, and everyone else come out the same. So everyone stops feeling different. That'd be good.
Ecocentric has answered that question. Apple cider is apple juice. Can you read that?
Yeah, apple juice made by slow cooking apples and straining them. Spices are added to make it alcohol. Either add vodka or use it as a starting point for wine.
Okay.
Because you made apple cider vinegar.
Yes, I made apple cider vinegar, but it's not quite the same. So.
Oh, a black treacle wine recipe. A 400-year-old recipe. Wow.
I think that needs sharing, Tracy. Do you want to message me? Share that one. I'll try that. What else have we got to say? Was there anything else we really need to say? There's nothing we needed to say, was there, actually? Oh, yeah, there is. There is. I don't need to say it. I just want to say it. Just as a reminder, Permaculture magazine is now available. So one of the reasons I'm doing a hefty old plug for Permaculture magazine is there is a very nice article at the beginning of it all about self-sufficiency on a budget. Like, you know, that woman.
The woman who wrote this.
So yeah,
Following
so there's some really, really nice articles in it. And there's a really good piece by the couple from West Wales who featured on living in the wild or something. I can't remember what it's called, something about return to the wild or living in the wild. Anyway, they live in West Wales, they're living in a self-sufficient off-grid capacity, and they use IBC tanks for absolutely masses of projects.
What, International Broadcasting Company?
Yes. So IBC, the big plastic containers, they're using them for everything from making biofuel to collecting water to wood stores to all sorts of stuff.
I do hope they're not making biofuel in the same one they're collecting water in.
No, I don't think they are. So they've got an article in there, and that's really interesting. And they've also, there's a video about them on the Permaculture magazine YouTube channel as well. They're doing really interesting stuff, actually. So that was a quick plug for that. It is probably nearly an hour since we started. So I'm going to throw
40 minutes.
the doors. That'll do. That's all right. I'll throw open the doors and say, if you have a YouTube channel, if you have a website, a blog, and any of those, please just write, probably in capitals, I have a channel, and then, or I have a blog, or I have a website, whichever those are. Self-promote. You won't be able to put links in, but you can let other people know that you've got a channel.
Tracy's going to put the recipe on your Facebook page.
Thank you very much, Tracy. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil, for the purchase of the copy of the book.
So yes, please do a bit of self-promotion now, and then have a little look through and see if there's anybody's channels that you aren't familiar with, or a blog or a website that you haven't seen before. Go and have a look at them. If they're of interest to you, then either subscribe or bookmark them, whichever thing you need to do to go and visit them again. Is everybody going to be so polite that then, oh, here we go. Excellent. Okay. I was going to say, people are about to say, be all polite and say, I have a channel. Come on, promote yourselves. I've got a channel.
Yeah. You've got a book as well.
I've got a channel. I've got a book. Hello, Dolly. Well, that was very high pitched. That was exciting, wasn't it?
Hello, Dolly.
Okay, so I was going to say hello to a few people while people. So, hello, Rin, Krishna, Kim, Anya, hiya, John, English Viking, Jenny runs allotment. What's that say? Mamuma?
Yeah.
My eyesight is appalling, isn't it? And here, Niall's here. Hi, Niall. And Neil. And oh, thank you, Chrissy. Just saying thumbs up to support us. Yeah. Scott Crofter's got a channel. Also, there's very few people with channels.
Well, very few people shouting about their channels.
Very few people shouting about their channels. Well, that's all right. Sometimes people do, and sometimes they don't. So, I think it's near time for a cup of tea. My voice is going froggy, and my brain is switched off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
40 minutes. That's about as far as I can get without my brain switching off. So, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, thank you for joining us. And we will be, see, I can't even remember my outro. Could you?
Okay. So thank you for joining us today. And wherever you are in the world and whatever your plans are for today, hope it's a good one and that you'll join Liz in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
So, no, I just couldn't remember. I went completely blank then. No, useless me. Never mind.
No, you're not useless at all, darling.
Bye.